Hello friends, I'm Suraj Singh. Hope you all are keeping good health in this COVID-19 pandemic, and also you are following government norms and guidelines to safeguard yourself. And I also request you all guys to stay home and work from home, do your all the activities, projects from home because you will not get this time. So today we are going to discuss on cognitive skills. So let's get started. Cognitive skills at pre-primary level. Today's our topic is this. Yes. So we are going to understand what is cognitive skills, why it is important, some activities as per the pre-primary level, and we will see some sample of cognitive skills which is prepared during the teaching, that is educational program which we need to prepare before we impart our teaching. So what is cognitive skills? Cognitive skills are the core skills of your brain. The core means it's very important, the main part of the brain which use to think, read, learn, remember, reason and pay attention on the activity. Working together, they take all the informations and move into the bank of knowledge you use every day at the school and in the day-to-day activity which you do in your life. So it is defined as the ability of an individual to perform the various mental activities most closely which is associated with learning and problem solving skills. In a short, you can say cognitive skills is equal to personal plus learning plus problem solving plus social domains, because without cognitive skills you cannot perform other domains. So it is very important. Let us see few importance of cognitive skills. See, to understand the figure out how to accomplish more than rehearses what they have realized. So that means you need to appreciate whenever you give some new activities to the autism children's, they must try to ask the question. You must try to appreciate them asking a questions like who, why. If they ask a question like how, why, who, that means they have the picture in their mind. That means they have some sort of theme in their mind, understanding in their mind. So, and also it enables the critical thinking. They have to make a new association. That means application. Whatever the child has learned, he or she has to apply in the real world. He need to solve it out like puzzling. Puzzling is an activity of cognitive skills which helps to develop. And yes, memory. So cognitive learning enables to pick up a more profound comprehension of the subject. So remember, at the pre-primary level, you need to impart one by one object to one object so that the child can store in his brain. Because if you give a bulk of information together, some of the information he will miss. There will be no connectivity, because when he stores the information in the brain, then only he can use it further. And in other words, cognitive skills are learning skills which is used to retain the information as we have seen, and process, analyze, store, feeling. This all happens with the help of cognitive skills. So creating a mental picture, reading a word, understanding the concept, we cannot impart if the child have a limited cognition. So the child with autism spectrum disorder, anyways, they have to learn with modification, because for them we need to prepare unique as they have a limited cognitions, whereas in the children with intellectual disability as well it remains the same. So we need to modify, we need to give the concrete material, we need to focus in the real situation so that they can understand the concept. And let us see a few activities of cognitive skills like asking 1 2 phrases. We have to restrict ourselves asking sentences. We have to restrict ourselves asking big sentences, because when the child is at pre-primary level, you need to just focus 1 or 2 phrases, that's it. Developing and increase attention span, this is very important where the child face. So as a special educator, you need to plan such creative activities so that they can sit on the activity for a longer time. For example, you can give a number cancellation, color coding, alphabet cancellation, sorting out the you know um, pictures. So in such activities which develop their attention span, simple problem solving skills is also very important. Let child solve their own problem. Visual discrimination, matching, comparing, sorting, these are all activities which you can give to improve the cognitive skills of the child. So understanding the difference between truth and lie, this is also one activity where you can impart or where you can teach such skills. So these are a few activities which I have noted. There are a lot of other activities as a special educator you can come up with. You can have a new what you say activities, so that you can work for the welfare of the children with autism. So I think you have understood. If you have any doubt, you can just comment me. Yeah. Now here you can see a cognitive skills, that is a domain. That means we are discussing about a domain cognitive skills. So in this section, in this area, in the cognitive area, you have to select a domain which you need to to teach, or which you are thinking over to teach. Then here you need to select a specific target, very specific target, what you want to teach. For example, we have taken developing an attention span when activity is given for 20 minutes. This is more specific than your domain. And what are the baseline? For example, the child is able to sit for 5 minutes in the activity and we have taken 20 minutes. And the placement, it can be taught in the self-contained classroom or mainstream classroom. Mainstream classroom is like where you have 10, 15 or 20 children in one classroom. That is a regular education. Person responsible, what is your expectation, whether 100% at you want at least to develop 80% or 100%. And what are the strategies? Like for example, I have taken here color cancellation, alphabet cancellation, figure ground picture. So these are my activities modification which I have done to teach children with autism. So in that way you're going to prepare your educational program. And finally, evaluation. Evaluation is very important part of your educational program, because this will tell you to whether you have an opportunity to modify or not, whether your expectation has been reached or not, or what kind of activity you're going to take next to impart your teaching. So learning, learning outcome is very important, or you can say evaluation is very important. When you find out the evaluation, directly you can evaluate the objectives and the date when you're going to evaluate. So this is how you prepare the educational program in a cognitive area. In a similar way you can do in the social skills as well, or other domain as well. So hope you have all understood, and okay, it was helpful. Please